My bad. Hey guys, this is Cam for 15 back at it with another video for you guys. And I'm back with another my dress up darling episode review for you guys. And man, was this episode great. Dude, I need a season 2 for this show. I need a season 2. I need a season 2 confirmation right now. This show is so good. It's so fun to watch, so great to watch. I get pure enjoyment out of it. And this week, nevertheless, just wonderful stuff. But let's get into it because we got a new girl into the fold that is wanting to cosplay. So yes, but anyways, we start the episode off where we last picked up at when Gojo essentially in his sleep talking said that, Marin looked beautiful and stuff like that. And let's just say, as they're washing her wig, our girl Marine is essentially simping or falling for Gojo, and she is in love. And let me just tell you, Marine makes some of the funniest, cutest, adorable faces in this episode alone. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So yes, but anyways, this also then ties into the episode because then we have Gojo's grandfather coming home, and he ends up telling Gojo's sister about, what's Gojo's been up to. And Gojo's sister's like, oh, he's a high school boy, please, he's gonna get into that stuff anyways. And you get the funniest reaction to when he has the dress and he's like, huh? And then he sees Kitagawa walk in, and she's like, oh, hello. And he's like, what the hell is going on here? And that was hilariously funny and everything. I've had to play that like 4, 5, 6 times because I was honestly dying of laughter. This man, his grandfather, is so shook that this guy has a girl in his house, and it's so hilariously funny, and stuff like that. Anyways, the grandfather finds out some things about Kitagawa, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry for screaming and stuff like that. But then it leads into Gojo and his grandfather talking about the dress, and then that's when you get a funny, hilarious scene with Kitagawa essentially just like, oh my goodness, I love Gojo. What the hell? No, I like him, but and she's even using the words love you. I'm like, oh my goodness, this girl is massively simping for Gojo, bro. And stuff like that. Hilarious stuff. The fact that, and I figured, I'm like, oh my goodness, is this girl really gonna like fall for Gojo now after he said that? And well, she's definitely fell for him. She's in love with Gojo now. It's official. You can say she has feelings for him because the moment she looks at him, she starts getting flustered and she can't talk and everything and stuff like that. But anyways, we kind of also find more about Kitagawa's living arrangements. She lives on her own. Her dad works far away because of his job, and his mom actually passed away. Or her mom actually passed away. And stuff like that. And essentially Gojo's grandfather's like, we can't let you do this, because she essentially shows them a picture of what she typically eats from the convenience store, and they're like, oh, this girl can't be eating this stuff. Nuh-uh. They're like, no, you need to come here and have dinner with us for the time being. And obviously Gojo's like, yeah, sure, yeah, go right ahead. So Kitagawa and Gojo, they're practically, you could say, living together. They're essentially this club. They need to just hook up, man. They need to hook up, which it was hilarious because you get the end of the episode and stuff like that. So yeah, but anyways, you get a nice scene where he's walking her to the train station and everything, and they say their goodbyes, and Kitagawa's all flustered and everything. Gojo's kind of like, well, see ya. And she's like, I'll see you tomorrow. And stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, that's so adorable. And she ends up being on the train, and she remembers that, Gojo was telling his grandpa, look, we didn't do anything inappropriate, I'm telling you. And then that's when Kitagawa was like, but what if we did? And I'm like, oh my god, this girl's gonna want to ask him to sleep with her now. Oh my goodness. With the fact that we get all this fan service scenes, I'd actually be shocked if we actually get that. I'd actually be shocked if we actually get that. Holy crap. If I see a scene to where they are just laying in bed and they have no tops on. Okay, we'll move on. Hey, they're high school kids, right? Right? Anyways, the next day comes, and on this rainy day, this one girl shows up, and his grandfather lets her in. He then tells Gojo, "Hey, there's this one girl who says she's a friend of yours and everything, and she wanted to talk to you." And he's like, "Friend?" And Gojo's like, "What the hell is he talking about?" Only to open the door, runs into the fact that he sees this said girl butt ass naked, and he literally. She falls over. He's literally looking at a place I'm not going to say, just her private area. And it just takes him back to a time when he's like talking about how the Hina dolls, why they don't have hair and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my god, this guy. He's growing up beyond her. This kid's growing up now. I don't know how this guy would feel if he sees a girl Kitagawa like that in the nude. I think he might actually like faint. So anyways, after this happens and stuff like that, we essentially find out more about this girl. Now her name is Sanjuna Inuyai, and she goes to an all-girls school. We also find out she's a second year, which means she's older than Gojo, and stuff like that. Now she's like, I want to see your outfits and everything. And he's thinking like, oh, she wants to see my Hina dolls and everything. And she's like, oh, wow, this is nice and everything. And then she's like, all right, why are you showing me Hina dolls? And he's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, I want to see about your cosplay outfit. And the reasoning why she knows that he did the cosplay outfit is because when Marine posted it on her, I guess you can say her Twitter, she saw that. And I'm like, she saw that, and then we find out more details of the fact that she actually went to the same event as Gojo Marine did, the cosplay event, and she was kind of just hiding in the shadows in a way, which was hilarious to see. She not only followed him throughout the entire cosplay event, she followed him on the train, only to then follow Gojo to where he lives at. So essentially, she stalked this guy, and essentially, in a way also too, she's like, you're gonna make my cosplay costume, otherwise I will tell the police you saw me in the nude and you were doing something to me, even though that wasn't true and everything. And he's like, what the hell, man? We also do get a big revelation here, is the fact that this girl is Juju, which I'm just gonna call her Juju for the rest of this series now, because it's better than saying Inuyai or Sanjuna, but whatever. Juju is the one girl that they brought up, I believe, in episode 3. It was episode 3 or 4. No, I believe it was episode 4 when they made the whole thing. No, it was episode 3. My bad. It was episode 3 when they brought it up how Kitagawa respects this one cosplayer that's named Juju and everything, and they all thought that, oh, she's like no younger than middle school, but we find out, oh, she's essentially what you would consider a sophomore in high school, which is hilarious. A sophomore / junior, because that's kind of the school system in Japan. They have 3 years opposed to our 4 years, which I found hilarious, because Gojo's like, oh, I'm so sorry, and she's like, what the hell are you talking about? But that then ends up with Gojo getting a text from Kitagawa. Kitagawa ends up meeting Juju, and she's obviously high over the moon just to see Juju, because that's her idol and everything and stuff like that. And Juju's not feeling Kitagawa. She's like, this girl is just an annoying bitch. What the hell? And stuff like that. Essentially, we find out that Juju wants to cosplay this one little, I guess, lolly girl from this anime that they watched, which was pretty hilarious and stuff like that. And that's what Kitagawa's little keychains is on her backpack, and stuff like that. And essentially, they kind of connect and they hit it off because they know the same thing and everything. The scene was hilarious as hell and all get up. And eventually gets to the point where Juju's like, you know what? what happens is Gojo asks Kitagawa, like, why don't you just cosplay as her then? And essentially Kitagawa's like, well, yeah, I could, but I have so much respect for the character that I don't want to really do that because I'm not that character's size, and I don't want to trash it and everything. And because of it, freaking Juju is like, my goodness, she says everything right. Why do I freaking? She's not an annoying bitch after all. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this show is God. This show is great. This show is great. But the episode essentially ends off with Gojo saying, okay, I'll make you the freaking cosplay event. We'll just have to get your things down and stuff like that. And yeah, also too, I found it hilarious at the end where Juju's telling Kitagawa, like, hey, I don't mean to intrude or anything and stuff like that. And they're like, what are you talking about? And Juju's like, you guys are dating, aren't you? So don't take it the wrong way if I feel like I'm stealing your boyfriend away. And they both like, oh. Freaking Gojo walks out all freaking flushed. He's like, 3 steps and 2 steps and 1 step. I forgot what he said. While Kitagawa on the other hand is like, oh my goodness, oh, she really sees us as a couple. Oh my god. Your typical girl that's she is definitely in love with our boy Gojo. And obviously, and then I found it hilarious how Juju's like, you know what, maybe she actually is an annoying bitch. I'm like, what the hell, bro? This episode was priceless. This episode was funny. I can't wait for next Saturday, because next Saturday the title is literally like, I'm at home on a date with the guy I love, the way how they pronounce love in the weird way and stuff like that. So that means Gojo probably next week is gonna go over to Kitagawa's house. And we, like I said earlier in the episode review, Kitagawa is wondering what would happen if she did something, did the the S word with Gojo. I swear to God, if this leads into a scene like that, I'm gonna be actually fucking shocked. Anyways, I love this show. This show is great. I want more. And damn it, it's so hard to resist not reading the manga for this. I'm sorry. I need a season 2 confirmation. Like right now. I need a season 2 confirmation because I can't go like 5+ years without my dress up darling. I need a season 2 confirmation. Please give us a season 2 confirmation. But anyways, I'm gonna go for. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. If you guys like the video, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of My Dress Up Darling, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more My Dress Up Darling content, as well as any of the other Winter of Anime 2022 content. Other than that, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night whenever you're checking out the video. Until then, guys, catch you guys on the next video. See you guys later. Peace.